think earlier this year, I did say that some of the agencies apparently have forgotten that we do not have a natural right to exist. And some of the folks inside my agency and some of my clients even, they actually raised a couple of eyebrows and asked me what that was meant to mean. And really it's about the having lost clear sight of the fact that clients don't want to work with agencies. Clients don't even want to work with consultancies, so I think that distinction is not even relevant. Clients want business outcomes. They want to drive ROI, and they want to spend as little budget on driving this ROI. At some point in prehistoric history, agencies have been created to help clients to drive that. We're now at a point where clients have realized that taking back control and having ownership of data, of contracts, of technology might be a good thing. So this poses a challenge for agencies and consultancies alike to stay relevant. So this is the name of the game. What does it take? Where do we have to evolve from to stay relevant in the mix of service providers for client? How do we prove that we create better business outcomes?
And what do you make of the in-housing movement, the in-house agency? Where might that be going?
You know what? It is all about effectiveness. I don't think that this in-housing trend is something we will ever reverse. On the contrary, on the flip side of that actually, I don't think that the in-housing trend will infinitely go on. Clients are starting to realize that there is a role for agencies, that there is a role for service providers that have a very, very broad view of the spectrum and the different approaches and solutions that are out there to drive better business. And I think we will be seeing lots of different shades of gray when it comes to clients that might fully in-house all of their digital and data capabilities. Others will probably own the contracts but have media agencies or other service consultancies executing it. And yet again, others will revert back to a model where they will fully rely on agencies and service providers to run their media marcom activities, but probably in a way where agencies have to put their money where their mouths are and be more and fully accountable to driving business outcomes.
What are they expecting from outcomes? I mean, that's kind of maybe a basic question, and it's not the same for every client, but what are some outcomes that are sort of maybe more top of mind now than had been, perhaps?
Do you know what? It's a great question, and I'm just coming off a conversation I've been having with one of those clients asking the same question. And we all know the devil really lies in the detail. It's one thing to say you're accountable for business outcomes, but then again, what is this specific outcome? And I do agree, and it's not always easy to navigate this landscape of possible KPIs because every campaign, every activation, every activity might have different objectives. But I truly believe it starts with one thing and one thing only, which is the consumer, and to have empathy and understanding of that consumer, putting yourselves in the shoes of that person and suggesting for him to do the right thing, to download, to click, to visit a website, to interact with a brand. So it is a moving and dynamic spectrum of different KPIs, but I can only advise any client and any agency to have a strategic sit down with your partner at the beginning of the year and really truly land on 3, 4, no more strategic overarching KPIs for the year. Because if you don't do that, you'll sit there 365 days later not knowing whether you had been successful or not. And it helps you to kind of remove yourself from this rabbit hole that we all end up on when we are like micro optimizing to kind of see the bigger picture again.